What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about hurricane season. We've had a slow start so far, but the NHC came out a few days ago, and they are doubling down on their active hurricane season forecast. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here. This is it right here. 2022 hurricane season has slow start, but U.S. forecasters expect big storms. Quote, "We cannot afford to let our guard down." That's true. Even though we've had a slow start so far, that doesn't mean it's going to continue the whole season. There are a lot of models that are now indicating that late August, September, and October are going to be extremely active. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into this and show you what's going on. While just 3 named storms have formed during the last year's Atlantic hurricane season, this year's Atlantic hurricane season so far, forecasters remain confident above average levels of activity will develop in the coming months. They have dropped the chance from an above normal season from 65% to 60%, which is still a likely chance that this is going to happen. They have increased it near normal from 25 to 30%, and below normal still at 10%. So that's basically what they're doing. Quote, "I urge everyone to remain vigilant as we enter the peak months of hurricane season," United States Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo said in a release. "The experts at NOAA will continue to provide the science, data, and services needed to help communities become hurricane resilient and climate ready for the remainder of hurricane season and beyond." The August 4th update says that 14 to 20 named storms are expected in the Atlantic this year, including 6 to 10 hurricanes and 3 to 5 major hurricanes, with winds surpassing 111 miles per hour. Major hurricanes are anything over Category 3, so for those of you at home, right, and don't understand the context. Peak hurricane season is between August and October, and forecasts expect conditions to remain favorable for systems to develop. So far, 3 named systems have formed, Alex, Bonnie, and Colin. We are just getting into the peak months of August through October for hurricane development, as we anticipate that more storms are on the way, said NOAA Administrator Dr. Rick Spinnerd. NOAA stands ready to deliver timely and accurate forecasts and warnings to help communities prepare in advance for advancing storms. While no major storms have yet developed, experts say that the current pace of this year's season is not unusual. That is true. It starts off really slow, and then it starts to really ramp up after August 20th. That's why we're not seeing very many systems so far. Now, let's go ahead and get into the modeling for this right here. This is the ensemble models we have for the European and GFS. We have it for the next 15 days, so we're going to show you that this is going to get more active. In fact, even after this tropical wave is over, if you go to August 17th, there's another potentially large wave coming off the coast of Africa. This is it right here. It is further to the north. The European does have somewhat of a northern bias, and it is extremely rare for tropical waves to be this far to the north. Generally, they're basically off the coast right here, and they move through the intertropical convergence zone and everything like that. So, yeah, this is a little too far to the north. But it does show that a wave is going to be there. And if we continue this, it moves off the coast of Africa. And look at this. We have some of the ensembles detecting it right here. And we're looking at some of them potentially reaching hurricane strength right here. We're looking at a new wave that's coming off. And we're looking at a more active season right here. We're looking at a more active Atlantic Ocean right here for hurricanes. So this stuff doesn't happen overnight. It takes a while. The conditions are getting more favorable by the day. The wind shear isn't there right now. It's not going to be there for probably the next week or so. Especially with this blob right here. We have a system moving off, and this is going to cause a lot of shear, at least for this part of the Atlantic, for a few days at least. So we're still going to have to pay attention to it. It's just not going on right here. This we'll have to pay attention to as well. So yeah, it's not the best we're looking at right now. The temperatures, the global sea temperatures, those are incredible. These are very impressive. Like, if you want hurricanes to develop, you want these waters right here. We're looking at 28 to 30 degrees Celsius of water from the mid-Atlantic over here, all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, all the way to the Caribbean. This is exactly perfect for hurricane development. The problem is there's wind shear, and the air is also getting more moist as time goes on. We can take a look at the European right here. we can show you this. We can go here. The air is getting moisture on average as time goes on. We still have some dry air invading the ITCZ right here, but that's not going to last for a while. There's going to be another wave coming off, and eventually that's going to move on. But yeah, on average, we're getting more moist in the Atlantic right here. This is very interesting to look at right here because this season is far from over. Just because we had 3 named systems so far, it doesn't mean that's going to be what's going on. We're not looking at another season like 2013, as I've seen some people talking about it. We're not looking at that. We're looking at, once again, an above-average season. It's just taken a little bit longer for it to really kick off because the conditions haven't been favorable enough, so far at least. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the ensemble for the GFS, and this is very interesting right here. Yeah, if we go to August 17th right here, this is very interesting. We have another tropical wave coming off the coast of Africa, continues to move through, and what I'm about to show you is a very shocking development right here. And we're looking at this. We're looking at some systems getting up to tropical storm status. We're looking at some even going up to hurricane status. Take a look at this. Look at this right here. These last few slides, take a look, and we're having several ensemble members looking at hurricane status right here, and this is August 24th, so keep in mind this is 16 days out, but we should pay attention to it nevertheless right here. This is a new development. This is a very interesting development, and we may have some development going on in the Caribbean as well, potentially having storms moving up towards the Gulf of Mexico, so everyone needs to remain vigilant. I'll continue to update you guys as the situation progresses, but the main story is the NHC is doubling down on the active Atlantic hurricane season forecast. And we have models that are now indicating it that things are going to start ramping up in the next couple of weeks. But with that being said, we're going to wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out, helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day. Start getting your hurricane preparedness plan in action. Start getting it ready. And stay safe.